Hello and welcome to the CNBC-TV18 special. This year's SIAM conference is taking place amidst a lot of uncertainties for the auto industry. And to talk about the roadmap ahead, I'm joined by Pawan Goenka, the Executive Director of M&M. Thank you very much, Dr. Pawan Goenka. Always a pleasure to speak with you.
So for me.
Let's address the elephant in the room, sir, the recent Supreme Court's interim verdict. Largely a relief for the auto industry, because I know off record when I was speaking to a lot of CEOs, they were actually bracing for a lot worse.
Well, yes, it's a relief, but it's an interim order, so we don't know where it's going to end up. If I was to kind of read between the lines, my guess is it won't be much different from what the interim relief is, but one never knows what will finally happen. Clearly, the industry, though relieved that we have sort of only 1% cess, but we still are concerned that why the diesel vehicle or diesel engine is being sort of singled out as being the culprit for something. So the message that comes along with the 1% is not something that we are very happy with. But 1% cess by itself, yes, we can handle.
What are you most worried about, considering you're saying this is an interim and we will perhaps see a final judgment on this? So what are the 2 or 3 areas that is of concern to M&M?
So two concern would be, A, where does the 1% end? Okay, will it be 1, will it be half, will it be 0, or will it be 4, 5, or a number higher? Because if it is much more than 1, it's really going to be a death nail to diesel vehicles, because as it is, the diesel vehicles are more expensive inherently, and then if you have higher taxation, higher registration, then it just becomes unaffordable. Other concern is how much it's going to spread. Right now it is NCR. Will it go to 11 other cities? What will happen? Because all of this is happening in such an ad hoc fashion that we just don't know which way it's going to end up. So we need an absolute clarity, absolute end of the discussion on this, saying, okay, now this is it, it's done. We will not talk till 2020. In 2020, when BS6 comes in, hopefully there will be no debate on diesel versus petrol, and then all the levies should be removed.
So, you know, the feeling is that the industry has lost the battle as far as this perception battle as far as diesel is concerned. In fact, I interviewed the Environment Minister recently, and he also spoke about how diesel is higher as far as particulate matter is concerned, and which is, of course, which is a fair, which is a fact. But the fact that the Environment Minister is talking about and voicing his concerns about diesel is something the industry also needs to take cognizance of. In that sense, he felt that the industry is not doing enough as far as investing in R&D is concerned. You are at the end of the day an R&D man. Do you agree with that view? And do you feel that there is perhaps a lot more that industry needs to do to come up with breakthrough technologies?
Let me sort of put it a different way, and I look at it differently than what you have said right now. In fact, in this whole debate that we had of diesel versus petrol, cess, no cess, ban, no ban, the government of India has come out very, very strongly in favor of the industry stand. That diesel is not a culprit for air quality in Delhi. Yes, of course, diesel has higher PM, and that is not new. That has been there since the time diesel was invented. So it's not a sudden discovery that diesel is higher particulate matter. But the important thing is, what does it do? Is it really causing the PM issue in Delhi? And I think it's proven without any doubt. Without any doubt, it has been proven that that's not the case. And the government of India has stood steadily behind the ministry to say that there is no reason to single out diesel for the air quality problem in Delhi. There is no reason to impose a cess on diesel vehicles. So I believe that frankly the government of India has been aligned with the industry. The outgoing Environment Minister in fact has spoken very aggressively, very strongly in favor of industry's stand here. I have not met the new Environment Minister, so I cannot say what his views are, and clearly he may have heard one side of the story. He may not have yet heard the other side of the story, and we will have to go and talk to him and present the facts to him. And once he says that, perhaps he may have a different view. I'm not disagreeing with the fact that PM is more in diesel, that nobody can
exactly, which is a fact.
Coming to R&D, again, it's a question of how do you look at it. If you look at the R&D spend as a percentage of revenue for Indian auto manufacturers, what I mean by that is Indian origin auto manufacturers, it's similar to what you will see in multinationals, German, Japanese, Americans, Koreans. Of course, our size is smaller, and therefore absolute number will be smaller. I think there is some perception issue here that also we need to fix. Just like industry suffered from perception issue on diesel, we probably are suffering from perception issue on R&D. In our case, for example, we had invested 500 crores just on the infrastructure for R&D when we set up MRV in Chennai. Perhaps maybe we need to talk more about it. We need to let people know what we are doing in our R&D centers. We need to let people know that we have 2,500 R&D engineers working on developing technology, working on developing new products, and we need to perhaps do justice to what we are doing.
The point that he was trying to make is that can Indian auto companies match their global peers as far as innovation is concerned? Can Indian OEMs do that? And well, are they doing that?
Can Indian OEMs spend $6 billion in R&D? We cannot, because that's not the size, that's not the scale that we are in as of now. Can we do R&D? Yes. Can we do innovation? Yes. Okay. But it cannot be a situation where we take a sort of a foolhardy approach that everything has to start from ground up. We need to see what's available outside. We need to bring it in. We need to add to it. We need to make it right for Indian products, Indian consumers, Indian applications, and bring out the product. There's nothing wrong in building on a technology. We don't have to always invent technology from ground up. That we can do very well, which we have done very well.
Well, on that note, let's quickly slip into a break. On the other side, we'll be talking about the two-wheeler business with Dr. Pawan Goenka. Don't go anywhere.